Hello everyone. In the previous video we have discussed about the activities of the chapter 6, that is changes around us, and we have discussed about the reversible and irreversible changes. And we have discussed the 6 activities mainly, and in this part, in the part 2, we will be discussing the later sections. So in the first we will be discussing about expansion. You have seen these items in your homes, these spade and this and the type of spade which are used for digging things, and they have a wooden part and a metal part. So in the metal part you can see one ring is there. Here you can see in both the objects one ring is there, circular ring, and through that ring this wooden object or wooden handle is um, placed inside the ring. So what happens in generally the size of this part, the wooden part remains slightly larger than the metal ring. So and before entering this one into this ring, the metal is heated, and due to this heat the size of the ring increases little bit, and that is known as expansion. So it expands its size, and the metal wooden part is entered into this ring, and when it gets cooled down the size again brings to the goes to the previous size, and it becomes tight. So because of this heat, expansion takes place, so size of the object changes. So it's very simple, not that complex. And expansion similarly here also, and wooden circular wheel is there, and one metal rim is there. So what happens, the size of the rim is smaller than the wheel. So before placing this one into this middle of this wheel, this metal part or the metal rim is heated. Because of this heat, the size of the rim expands. So this is because of expansion. So the size of the metal expands, and it is placed here, and cold water is poured on above this one. And because of this coldness, the size of the rim again smalls, it gets contract, and it fits very tightly. So this is about expansion. And next we will be discussing about the exercise questions. In last page of this chapter we have some exercise 7 questions are there. We will be discussing those, and you will be you will pause your video and you will write the answers in your notebook also. So to walk through a waterlogged area, the first question is like that: to walk through a waterlogged area, you will usually shorten the length of your dress by folding it. Can this change be reversed? So if you are wearing a pant or a trouser, so when we walk through a waterlogged area during the rainy season or due to flood, so when we walk through a waterlogged area, we usually does what? We usually shorten the length of our dress by folding it. Can this change be reversed? Yes, it can be reversed by unfolding the dress. When we cross the waterlogged area, what happens? We unfold the pant, and the change that we have done becomes or changes to the previous form. So this change is reversible, so this can be reversed by unfolding the dress. The second question is that you accidentally dropped your favorite toy and broke it. So you have a plastic toy or a ceramic toy, and you accidentally dropped it, and because of that it has broken. So this is a change you did not want. So this is the change that you did not want because it's a fabric toy and you don't want to break it. So accidentally it has broken. So can this change be reversed? No, this change cannot be reversed because the toy has broken, and if you fix it also, it will not be like previously. So there will be some small difference will be there. So this change cannot be reversed. Okay. So the third question is like that: some changes are listed in the following table. For each change, write the blank column whether the change can be reversed or not. So this column was blank in your text in your book. So this I have filled up. So some changes are there: a sewing of a piece of wood. So some changes are given listed here, and we need to say we are supposed to say whether it is reversible or irreversible. So if it is reversible, we will write yes, and if it is not irreversible, we will write no. So the sewing of a piece of wood. Consider you have a piece of wood and you are sewing or you are cutting with the help of a saw. So you know that teeth are there that are used by the carpenters to cut the woods. So with the help of saw, if we cut a piece of wood, so whether it is reversible or irreversible. If it is irreversible, that's why I have written no. The answer will be no, because after cutting it, it will be in two pieces, and after that we will not be able to fix it like previously. Then melting of ice candy. So if you have ice candy, the candy made of ice, so melting of it, whether it is reversible or irreversible. It is reversible, we can bring it to the previous form. Once it will melt again, if we freeze it, it will be in the previous form. So it is a reversible change. Dissolving sugar in water. So if we dissolve some water, some sugar in water, so whether it is a reversible or irreversible change. So it is reversible change, because in chapter 5 we have learned about evaporation and this condensation and different methods of separation of substances. So if you dissolve some sugar in water, and if you evaporate it, and the water will be removed from the sugar, and sugar will be, we will find the sugar at the bottom of the container after complete evaporation. So it is a reversible change. The cooking of food, if you have some raw foods and if you cook it, so whether it is reversible or irreversible, it is a irreversible change, because the food cannot be bring back to the previous form. The ripening of a mango, it is also irreversible, because once the mango ripens, it cannot be turned to the previous form. So souring of milk, the milk souring of milk, that is called, that is turning, if we add something into the milk and if milk gets soured, so that is also irreversible, because we cannot bring back to the previous form. Next, fourth question is that a drawing sheet changes when you draw a picture on it. Can you reverse this change? So no, we cannot get fresh a drawing sheet once a picture is drawn on it with paint, oil or water. So if we use paint, pen or any kind of permanent things, so that drawing sheet cannot be, we cannot get it fresh, because we have done with some permanent things. And if you use pencil, soft pencils, we can rub it and we can reverse it. So it depends on the type of drawing that we have done on the paper. Then fifth question is like that. Give examples to explain the difference between changes that can or cannot be reversed. Examples of reversible and irreversible changes. It is reversible glowing of bulb. So if you turn on the switch, the bulb glows, and even if you turn off the bulb, does not glow. So it's a reversible change, because things can be reversed. Collapse and in irreversible burning of paper. So if you burn a paper, that burned paper cannot be brought back to the previous form. Collapsing of leaves of touch-me-not plant. So one type of plant is there touch-me-not, and if we touch the leaves collapses. And when we remove our finger, after a few seconds, we can see that leaves are again taking their previous form. And the cooking of food, we have already discussed. This type of things are reverse. The cooking of food is irreversible. So here slight mistake is there, irreversible change. And converting of milk to curd is also irreversible. And rusting of iron. So rusting of iron, this rust cannot be brought back to the previous iron form. So these are irreversible changes. So this is irreversible. So it's not a reversible change. So these two are reversible. It's an irreversible change. The sixth question is that a thick coating of paste of plaster of Paris is applied over the bandage of a fractured bone. So it becomes hard on drying to keep the fractured bone immobilized. Can the change in POP, that is plaster of Paris, be reversed? The plaster of Paris is one type of liquid, one type of powder, which is, when we add water to that, it becomes like a paste, and it is used in covering or putting a coat on the bandages over the fractured bones. After sometimes when we dry it, it becomes very hard. So these things, that hard things, can be reversed to the powder form. No, it is not possible. Once it is hard, it cannot be changed to the previous form. So now the change in POP, that is plaster of Paris, cannot be reversed, since it is a chemical change. The seventh question: a bag of cement lying in the open gets wet due to rain during the night. The next day the sun shines brightly. Do you think the changes which have occurred in the cement could be reversed? No, it is not possible, because due to that rain and sunlight, the things will be very hard, and it is not possible for anyone to change it to the previous form. So it is an irreversible chemical change that cannot be reversed. So these are the 7 exercise questions that has given in your book. I have explained all the questions, and you write the questions in a notebook. And thank you for watching the video.